What is the rest? Okay, up on the toolbox, it don't matter. Down on the tailgate, God can't wait to watch you do your thing. Shaking for the young Mexican and the hockey, the redneck drinking till the right guitar. Yep. The DJ's putting that country song. Come on. Shaking for the birds, shaking for the bees, shaking for the catfish, swimming down deep in the creek. For the cricket. For the crickets and the critters and the squirrels, shaking for the moon, shaking for me, girl. Country girl, shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me. I think that's the most fun I've had singing one of those songs. Oh my gosh. That's been one of my favorite things to say lately. Oh my gosh. I haven't said it a single time, actually. But I've, thought about it a lot. Is there a hair on me that I can't find? That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm tickled pink. Oh my god, that episode. I can't name the episode this because people get the wrong idea. But imagine I named this episode Beth is Tickled Pink. That would be so funny. Okay. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven. I know what you're thinking. Beth, you always look drop dead gorgeous and sexy, but there's something different. Something that makes me want to crawl through the screen and lay you down. And then you wink at me a little bit. Yeah. I'll tell you what that is. I got a haircut. I know. I didn't tape this up like I want. Oh, I will just do that as I'm talking. I know what you're thinking. Beth, you're so hot. I got a haircut. And I look so good. And I know you're thinking, Beth, do you have a little bang going on? Do you have a little bit of a bang going on? I do have a little bit of a bang going on. I do have me when I'm Jessie J. I do have a little bit of a bang going on. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'll explain it because she has a song called Bang Bang. Bang bang into the room. You know you wanna bang bang all over you. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take it. I actually don't know my sister. I swear to God, I think that used to be her favorite song when we were younger. She'd just be singing Bang Bang. Imagine Brooke, 8 years old. Bang bang into the room. Oh my, you want to know something about Brooke? If this is your first episode, y'all don't know who Brooke is, then Brooke is my sister. I only have one sibling. It's my I got a lot of subscribers recently. That's why I'm introducing myself all over again. I have a sister. Her name is Brooklyn. We call her Brooklyn Jade. She is 17 months older than me. Yeah, I'm the youngest. I'm a little baby in the house. Yeah, I know. Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga. And when we were younger, she was... Did I misspell that? She was obsessed with Video Star. If you know, you know. I'll explain it. There was an app. It was you guys have CapCut now. Well, back in my day, we had Video Star, okay? So you could make kind of edits. And they'd have cool filters and stuff, and you could use uncopyrighted music. Do y'all know? Are you guys familiar with Bean by chance? What's a good one? Bang, 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 how's it feel now? Should've never let me go, no. Bang, bang, chicka, bang, bang, big bang. And there was another one. We're like a roller coaster. Ooh, you take me side to side. Yes, then I know. Oh, you're making me something. We're going up, we're going down. Oh, we're going up, we're going down. I have sang 4... There's sirens outside. Coming to get this hot piece of tush. Yeah. Yummy. Do you guys like my mug? I think I've had this one on here before. Hampton Inn. No, I did not steal it. I found it at a Goodwill. I got it at a Goodwill. Guys, Goodwill is the place for mugs. Goodwill and Peddler's Mall. If you're unfamiliar with the Peddler's Mall, it's like an antique flea market. But it's open every day. Yes! Hey, longtime listeners know that I have a deep love and infatuation with Peddler's Mall. I'm trying to be there every day. What was I going to say? No, there are sirens. I was going to say something before. I've sang 4 songs so far. And I've only been recording for a few minutes. Just a few. Do you guys do that thing where it's I've only been doing it for a couple minutes, but coupled means more than 2 to you? Because I do that. Because I know couple means 2, right? But if I tell you, I've been doing it for a couple months, There's something going on outside. I can hear it. I can hear it! There genuinely is something happening, like outside, like behind my garage door. If you guys didn't know this, I've said it so many times, but my studio is located in our garage, okay? No, I don't have this hanging in the garage. We have a studio in the garage. There's 3 walls, 3, not 4, 3 walls, no ceiling, and it's just 3 walls put up with a doorway, with a doorway, and that's my studio, and then I decorated it. Because I am an interior designer at the end of the day. And I think that's important to note. I wonder what is going on outside. This happens like every episode because I record so late. Like it's... What time? I just have scissors on the couch. It's 4:37 a.m. I'm beat, you guys. Like I'm so tired. But I'm out here recording. Because I have such a busy life. No, I'm kidding. I really don't. But I did have a big day today. My sister and I went out to the city to see a movie. Which I'll talk about later in the episode. Yeah, so I did not talk about it later. And I just, Beth had a big day. Wait, should I literally call that the episode? Beth had a big day? That'd be cute. I probably won't call it that, but whatever. What was I gonna say? I was actually gonna say something worth something. Oh yeah, I was kind of introducing myself. I was talking about Video Star. Video Star was crazy, dude. Oh my god. I 5 songs. I never knew how it really... Well, I knew how it worked, but I just sucked. I'm like... Back in the day, I was really bad with technology. Now I'm the tech-savvy one. That's not even true. If you... Anything about cameras or... That's basically it. I can help you with a camera, but that's about where that ends. I have a hard time using a remote. That's true. I really do. Remotes are really confusing to me with all the... I can't... Don't even get me started on remotes. Like for TV remotes. Luckily the Roku, hey, have we thought about this? I don't care. Those ones aren't confusing to me. But like give me like a direct TV remote. Oh, I really can't. That's a no for me. What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, Video Star. I'm awful. Anyway. There was another song on there. It was the It's Raining Tacos song. It's raining tacos from out of the sky tacos. No need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eye. That's cray-cray. And 5 songs. You know what's crazy? This could be a musical. Oh my god. Speaking of musicals, I've never been to New York. That's not true. I have been to New York. Have I told this story? Okay, let me talk about the musical thing first, and then I'll tell you about my time in New York. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my god, I'm titling this episode, oh my gosh, it's Beth. No, I'm not. I'm not titling it that, but wouldn't that be fierce? Anyway, so, I've never, I have been in New York. I've never been to the city, but that's like one of my dreams. That's like one of my big dreams. I really want to go to New York City and see a Broadway show, and this isn't on Broadway anymore, but I so wish that it was. I wish I had seen Spring Awakening with Jonathan Groff, because for some reason, I fell down a rabbit hole last night, and I was like watching so many videos of him in it, and I was just like, if you follow my Instagram, you saw this. I was like, I literally said I saw an edit of Jonathan Groff in Spring Awakening, and I'll tell you what, it awakened something in me, and it did. He's so fine in that, and now I get what people are saying about Jonathan Groff. But no, I really want to see that. I wish I was alive when it was on, but I was a baby. I wish I could have gone and seen that. I wish I was my age now back then, and I would have loved to have seen it. I love anything like that, you know. Anything, and not any. I'm not gonna say I love all musicals, because I don't. I'm not the type of theater kid like that. I don't really identify with being a theater kid, because like when I was like going to school, only the popular kids were in theater. Like, guys, I was such an outsider because the weird kids didn't even like me. Isn't that awful? Because there's the popular kids who were like athletes and stuff, but then you had like the whole other side of it where it was the theater kids. Okay, people could say what they want. I'm sure there was a time when the theater kids were like the outcasts, but when it was my time, those people were so awful to me. I never made the school play or anything until I was in middle school, because then suddenly it wasn't cool anymore. But then in high school it was the thing again. But let me simplify it. If it was today and it was Glee, the theater kids and the athletes would have slushied me, okay? I would be the one getting slushied. A fun fact, I don't really care for slushies that much. My only time in theater was in middle school. I tried out for it when I was in elementary school, but they'd always put me in the chorus. That's where they put the kids where they didn't know what to do with them, because if you wanted to do it, every kid had to be included somehow. So they just put the throwaways in the chorus. And yeah, we sang off key, but I was a jellyfish. If you know, you know. I'll explain it. We did The Little Mermaid, and all of the parents got together. All of the parents got together to design costumes for the kids, and they all made them mermaids or not jellyfish. I wasn't a jellyfish. I was totally lying. I was not a jellyfish. I got my animals confused. Give me a break. I'm really sexy, so that should make up for it. Anyway, all of the parents got together to make costumes for the kids in the play, and they made them all mermaids, mermaids and jellyfish. Well, they didn't invite my mom, because like us, my mom also has no friends, you know, but it's okay, because my sister and I and my mom, we're all best friends. We're the three musketeers, if you will, and they didn't invite my mom, so my mom had to come up with the costumes herself. So she made my sister a seahorse, and you will not believe what she made me. Mind you, mermaids, glittery jellyfish, seahorses, and amongst all of that, I was a clam. So what should I talk about? Oh, I want to get into my celebrity crush right off the bat, because this is crazy what happened. My celebrity crush is Leon Thomas, Andre from Victorious, and here's why. I swear to God, guys, this is insane. I keep having dreams about him, and not that kind. Dirty mind. I keep having dreams about him. And it started with, I was having a dream about him, and he was singing Mutt to me. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Y'all know the song. He was singing that to me as we were walking down the street. But in every single dream, he treats me so well. Like, he's so nice to me. And I don't know why. Like, I mean, I like him. He's a great guy, I'm sure. But, I mean, I guess he wasn't really on my radar like that. But then I suddenly keep having dreams about him. And I'm like, is it some kind of premonition? Is something going to happen? Like, I don't know. But I keep having, I mean, the dreams are like, I mean, they're great. He treats me so nicely. He's like a great guy in these dreams. But I cannot stop having dreams about Leon Thomas. Isn't that the most random thing ever? Andre from Victorious. I don't know either, but I figure, you know, maybe this is a sign, you know. So I'm making him my celebrity crush this episode. I really like him. You know, when he was on Victorious, I did have a crush on him. Everyone was all over Beck, but to be honest, I really liked Andre, because to me, he was the most talented, and I thought he was underappreciated on the show. I always liked when he had songs. He wasn't given enough songs. Oh, he had that one. What's the one? So tell me that you love me. Yeah. 6 songs. 6 songs so far. Ooh, we're counting tonight. Oh my God. Let's call this episode Beth on Broadway. That's what we're calling it, because I want to see Spring Awakening really bad. And I've sang so much in this episode already. Beth on Broadway. Beth is a Broadway star. Beth on Broadway. Yes, I like that. Okay. But no, yeah, I keep having dreams about him. I don't know why. But he was my favorite on Victorious. I thought he was the most talented, and I like him. I really do. I love me some Andre. And the whole thing with his grandma, hilarious. Everything he did on that show, I think, and now that I'm thinking about it, him and Trina were my favorite characters. Now, oh my God, yesterday, I guess 2 days ago now, because it's 5 a.m, but I'm saying yesterday because who even cares? We can all die tomorrow. Let me get my dates wrong. I'm okay with it. Yesterday, Brooke and I went to the fair, because our town has a fair, and I'll tell y'all something. We rode the Ferris Wheel and Death Trap. I do think, personally, that the Ferris Wheel that we have that comes to our town for the fair, sorry, is a death trap, because the doors, they kind of hang open while you're on it. One misstep and you are gonna fall to your death. You move wrong, don't bring a kid on there, because they're gonna jump out. honestly, I wouldn't go on it again, probably. It really, it is flirting with death. It's flirting with death, and it's crazy. The doors don't really close. You know, when I stepped on it, the entire cart shifted. And I know I'm a big girl, but I do feel like a Ferris wheel cart should have held me, and it didn't do so that well. But that's okay. You know, I lived, didn't I? But we did go to the fair, and our intention of going is we didn't really plan on riding any rides because my sister can't, but I also don't want to. When I was a kid, I used to love roller coasters. It took me a minute to be like, okay, I'm brave enough to ride a roller coaster. You know, I'd go to Kings Island and be like, I'm going to Snoopy Land. That's where I liked to be. But then I got a little older, a little too fat for Snoopy Land, and that's okay. So I had to kind of move towards the real roller coasters. And for a while, I really, really enjoyed it. And then that's one of those things that one day it's just not fun anymore. I think I grew up a little fast on that one. Because, I mean, you're supposed to have, like, a lot of adrenaline and joy as a kid when you do this stuff. And then when you, like, reach adulthood, you know, and have kids or something, then you're like, no more that, you know, you kind of care about dying. But when I hit about 16, I kind of called it quits on that. I was like, no more tubing on the water, no skiing. I always sucked at skiing, but no skiing, nothing of the sort, no roller coasters. I was kind of out. Because it really, one day it's fun, and then the next day it really isn't. So I don't really like to do that. And the fair, honestly, isn't my scene, but we did go because fair food is a different story. Because I'm going to be at the food truck. And you'll find me at the food truck next to me. Do y'all remember that song? And you'll find him next to me. Anyway, it does 7 songs. Guys, when I tell y'all that when I was younger I wanted to be a singer, some things just don't die completely. It's still in there somewhere. Anyway, we went to the fair. We tried a lot of food. We both got a little sick. Brooke and I did. We got a little sick to our stomach. I had to pace myself a little bit, but I got a corn dog. One thing about me is I love corn dogs. I really do. I love a good corn dog. My sister, she got deep fried Twinkie. I'll be honest with you guys. I hate Twinkies. Every time I eat one, like, they make my mouth burn. It's almost like I'm allergic to them or something. So I don't like Twinkies. And also they're a little too sweet for me. Things that are really, 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 really sweet I don't tend to like, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh my God. And I'm fine. We went down. This is bad. We went down the slide, and if you know, at the fair they always have a slide. You get on like a potato sack and you go down the slide. Now, was it meant for kids? Yeah, it was. And that's just one of those things that when you do it as a kid, oh my God, it's so fun. And then when you reach a certain age and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. When you're a kid, you just don't fear death. Oh, you want a fun fact about me? I heard something. Okay. Fun fact about me is I am not afraid to die. I am, however, afraid of how it happens. And the slide was scary, okay? The slide was scary, and I was not into it. I didn't mention this before. I'm wearing my glasses this episode. I've never done an episode in my glasses. But my contacts were bothering me. I felt like I couldn't see right, so I was like, we'll do the glasses this episode. So I know what you're thinking, Beth, you're so insanely attractive. Will you give me a chance? And what I have to say to that is, get in line. Anyway, we went down the slide, and mind you, kids all around. And Brooke and I together, we cursed like a sailor going down the slide. Like, I mean, F-bombs, S-bombs. Like, we really, it was bad because we got so scared. We didn't realize how fast it was going to be, but we should have realized. It was fast and not enjoyable. I got up and I was like, Brooke, we're never doing that again. When I got up, I was like, it was bad. Very scary, but funny. It was funny, though. It was funny. The Hello Kitty on my crock. Oh, when I messed up my foot, remember when I got the Crocs and I was like, I hate the Crocs. I still have a big disdain for Crocs, but I do wear them as house shoes. This is crazy. This is crazy. Thank you. So this is actually like one of the weirder things that has happened to me. This happened the other day, and I just want to preface, the person I'm going to be talking about in this story, there is like a pretty good chance that they will see this episode. And if they do, I just want to say, well, you're going to know I'm talking about you. And I need you to know that what you did was a little weird. And don't get offended or anything. Take this as a learning lesson. Okay? And when I tell you this, maybe you'll come to like a realization on your own life and make some changes. And without further ado, let me get into the story. Okay. The other day, I woke up to a text message from some person. We'll call them Benny. Okay? And I'm like, Benny? I don't know a Benny. And then I open it and I'm like, I open the message. It was an iMessage, right? So I was like, Benny, who's a Benny? But they had a profile picture. And I was like, huh? And so I opened it, and apparently I had texted this person before. And I'm like, what? And then it finally hits me. And I'm like, Benny. Oh my God. Benny was someone I went to high school with. And I look at the text. I hadn't texted this person since the winter of 2022 over homework. And I was like, oh my God. I forgot that you existed. Or, I mean, I guess, I don't know. But, they messaged me. And it was so random, because this isn't someone I regularly talk to, because, to be completely frank with you, hi, I'm Frank, I didn't think they liked me that much. It's the same person who, I didn't connect the dots at the time, but it's the same person who, earlier this year, I ran into, and I was like, they said hi, and I was like, I have to pee. And I ran away. It was that person. So I didn't really think they liked me that much. But they messaged me. And you won't believe what the message said. They're like, hi, Beth. I just wanted to reach out to you and tell you that I gave your number to my boss. Or my manager. Because we have some positions opening for the summer at my job. I don't know what plans you have or anything. But even if you're not interested, just respond anyway. And they said, oh, bye or whatever. And I was like, huh? And then I looked through my messages again, and then lo and behold, I did get a text message from this manager, this so-called manager, okay? And I'm like, oh, this is so weird. One, I haven't really spoken to this person. I haven't texted this person on there since 2022. And the last time I like actually spoke to them, I was like, I have to pee. And I don't really think this person likes me. And I didn't tell you could give my number out. That's something that's always been weird to me, because this has happened to me before. Like, just giving your number out. Like, if you give me your number, okay, and I have your number, and we have each other's number, I'm not gonna go over to my friend Stacy and be like, here's Lucas's number, and then Lucas doesn't know I gave the number. That's weird to me, because I've gotten texts before. It's like a random person will text me, and they're like, hey, Beth, and I'm like, who is this? And they're like, I'm Isabella. Remember, I'm Isabella. And I'm like, how'd you get my number? And they're like, oh, I asked around for it. Why didn't you just ask me? And that's always been weird to me. And just like giving my number out. I feel like if you're going to give someone's number out, you should get their permission. That's my, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for that, but I think that's weird, just giving out someone's number without them knowing. So I just thought this whole situation was weird. And then also, they never said what the job was. This Benny person didn't say what the job was, and the manager, when they messaged me, they also didn't say what the job was. And so that's also a red flag. You're going to offer me a job, but you're not going to tell me what the job is or where it is. Like, literally just you're saying job. So that's weird. But the only information I had was the actual name of the manager. All I had was the name of the manager, like first and last name. That was literally all the information I had. And I was like, what? And so I tell my mom, and we look up the manager's name. And we see that, like, it is a real person who lives in my hometown. So we're like, okay, well, we know the person is real. Where do they work? We find their LinkedIn. It has the company name. If you are listening, I did air quotes. The company name. We look it up. You want to know what comes up? Lawsuits. Why? Because it's a pyramid scheme. Boom! Okay. What? Apparently, once you graduate high school, it's like you can do either 4 things. This is the only thing. You never hear about people going to school, furthering their education. This is all you hear. Married with a kid now, in jail, dead, pyramid scheme. I've seen all 4. I've seen all 4 so far. I've been graduated for 2 years. And I guess Benny really does not like me because they try to get me in on the pyramid scheme. That's so crazy. And you want to know what it was after I looked up the company? Selling knives, like silverware knives. And the lawsuits were because it's a scam. And it was literally a pyramid scheme. I don't know. That was so strange. Like, actually, who was stupid enough to, like, not, like, bat an eye at that, maybe? I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm going to say it again. Giving my number out to random people, not even telling me what the job was, haven't really spoken to you in 3 years. And now you're suddenly messaging me trying to get me to join your pyramid scheme. Like, I feel like, are people not connecting the dots on this? I mean, how many other people has Betty reached out to? And how many people are falling for it? That was insane. That was literally insane. Anyway. Okay. This is another story I have. This happened the other day. After this, I'm going to have to end it because it's so long. Okay. Okay. Backstory on this story. I've spoken about this before, but I'm going to, like, give you a refresher. If this is the first episode you're seeing, here you go. When I first graduated high school, I got a message from a guy who I had some beef with in high school. You know, he was kind of mean to me. He treated me kind of poorly. And I had once had a crush on him, but then he started treating me so bad. I was like, boom, crush, dead. And he wanted to be funny, but he was just kind of offensive. And I'm not with that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I didn't really have a crush on him anymore after that at all. And I didn't really like him as a person. He was just mean to me, and I thought he was just dumb. And I thought his jokes weren't funny. So whatever. I graduate, and we were on better terms then, but like I still didn't like him, and I'll tell you all this, I still don't. But after we graduated, he messaged me randomly one day, and he was like, "Beth, I need your help." And I was like, okay, what? And he was like, he literally said, I don't know why this sticks out to me so much, but then he said, oh my God, you're so amazing for responding so fast. And I was like, okay, little does he know I am always on my phone, so this really isn't a big shocker, but whatever. He was like, I need your help picking out a gift for my girlfriend. And I was like, okay. I thought this was so weird because, like, I was not really close with this guy. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. I didn't talk to him on the reg, okay? I'm, like, not acquaintance because I didn't like him, but, I really just knew him and I had one class with him. Didn't really talk to him. And it's like, it's almost like, basically we were strangers, okay? And he just messaged me. And I was like, okay, what do you need? He's like, he said, she has really similar taste to you, like really similar style. So he sent me the necklace he was planning on getting her. And I told him that it was ugly, and that I didn't tell him it was ugly, but it was ugly. And I was like, if she's anything like me, she would not wear that. So I sent him a necklace that I had actually, I already owned. And I was like, I have this necklace. She'd probably really like it if she has similar style to me. And he was like, oh my God, you're amazing. And then I actually read through the text the other day after this one thing happened, which you'll hear about in a second. He also picked out a shirt for her that was like, hot girls have tummy issues, something corny like that. So he also picked that out for her, which, by the way, I don't really wear graphic tees like that, but whatever. If she has any similar style to me, she probably won't wear that, maybe to bed, but yeah. But then after that whole thing happened, I was like, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. Like, you look on his page, there's nothing about a girlfriend. And so I was like, and one thing he did, I never really liked this guy, but one thing he did all the time in school was he'd compliment my outfits. And not even in a make fun of way. Like, he genuinely was like, I like your outfit. And I was like, well, thank you. Which usually that could get you back on my good side, but he was just so painfully unfunny. It didn't do that, but whatever. He complimented my outfits all the time, so I was like, and then he messaged me all that stuff, and I was like, shoot, does he, like, have a crush on me? Is this whole thing a facade for him to, like, then give me the gift or whatever? Like, is he interested in me? I was not interested in him, but, maybe that's what he was doing. But then nothing ever came of it. I was curious, so I did reach back out. I was like, did she like the gift? And he was like, yeah, she did. And I was like, okay, and then that was kind of the end of that. And I didn't really speak to him again. And so I was like, hey, whatever. Really, oh, well, I don't care. It wasn't on my radar. That was 2 years ago. Right when I graduated high school. Fast forward to about 3 weeks ago. Okay? I'm going to pull up the receipts right now. I get a message from him. Okay? And, look. I could have not responded because I don't like this guy. But, like, I have nothing going on. So, I was like, we'll see. I was like, let's just see what happens. Whatever. I don't care. And it's like the same thing again. Beth, I need your help. And I'm like, I literally said, and this is what he said. This is word for word. He said, Beth, I need your help. There's this girl, and I'm delusional. I need an expert. I think you posted something about being an expert on being Delulu. And look, I felt that was kind of a dig. Whatever. And I said, some say I'm an expert. Carry on. And he said, it's my girlfriend. Again, this dude has nothing about a girlfriend. If I was his girlfriend and he didn't post me, I would have felt kind of bad about it. This guy has no... I'll be honest. What girlfriend, girl? What girlfriend? You don't have one. Anyway, this is what he said. It's my girlfriend. She's so perfect and so sweet and so thoughtful, but she's really reserved with her thoughts and feelings, and I'm terrified she secretly hates me. She's an extreme, all caps, introvert, and I'm extremely not. Giving very golden retriever X black cat. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking of faking my own death and seeing if she comes to the funeral. Now I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to tell y'all this. If a guy ever says, I'm kind of like a golden retriever, they're not. That is some sinister stuff right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn your back and you're going to run. Okay? Clear? Capiche? Yeah. And this is what I said. And look, I've never been in a relationship. What would I know about that? So I said this. Well, if she didn't want to be with you, then she would have broken up with you. You should just talk to her about it and tell her how you feel. Just the most basic advice. At least those are my thoughts, but I've also never been in a relationship, so I'd take my words with a grain of salt. He said, okay, thank you. That was number 1. And then he said that. I was like, number 1? There's more? And he said, number 2 is, this is so freaking weird. This is so weird that I was like, huh? Like, and I had to bring my sister, and I was like, Brooke, read this. This is what he said. Number 2 is, do you ever see someone and you're like, wow, you're so gorgeous. I want to bite you, but not super hard? Or am I tweaking? Or just like mildly, reasonably obsessed with someone? I thought, what is this guy on about? And my sister was like, that's so weird. And I was like, he literally said, wow, you're so gorgeous. He was like, do you ever see someone and you're like, wow, you're so gorgeous. I want to bite you, but not super hard. I want to bite you, but not super hard? I thought that was so weird. Who says that? And Brooke was like, text back this. And I texted back, are you high? And he said, nope, genuine question. And I was like, oh, what is this? Actually, what is this? And I said, I don't know, man. Maybe Reddit knows. I don't know if I'm equipped for this. And he said, LL, you're good. And that was the end of the conversation. And I did not text back because I thought that was so weird. And I'll tell you, I spoke about the first thing he did, like the whole getting his girlfriend a gift thing on my podcast before. And maybe he saw that and he wanted attention, so he reached out again because he knew I'd talk about it, which he would be right. I did talk about it because it's super weird. I'll tell you this, if he reaches out again, I'm not going to respond, so there would be nothing to talk about then. But maybe he just wanted to be attention on the podcast again. I don't know. He got his wish, I guess. But that was so weird. And also, I'm just like, I don't understand what the point would be. If he didn't want like attention on the podcast, I don't know what the point would be. Like, I don't know who this girlfriend is. I don't know if it's like by the way, actually haven't spoken to him in 2 years. Like, actually, like, not even once. Okay? Like, 2 years have gone by. And I have not spoken to him. So I'm like, I don't know what he wants with me. Like, does he have a crush on me and he's trying to make me jealous by being like, I have this girlfriend, but we're having trouble. Like, I don't know. But I think that's super weird. Who does that? Just say you want to go on a date or something. What happened to hi? Hello, how are you? But no, he right out the gate. Do you ever want to bite someone? Ew! Anyway, that's so weird. Bite you? Bite? Only dogs bite. And snakes. And cats sometimes. Other things bite. Animals bite. Humans are animals too. But that's different, okay? Like, that was so weird. Bite. No. And I'm like, if it was like a way to like, because if he did it because he has a crush on me, why is that how you go about it? Like, I had crushes on guys before, and you know what I do? This is what I do. And I'm not saying it has worked, because clearly I've never been in a relationship, but it's not weird. I'll just like, oh, I have something to tell you guys. I just realized. But no, I'll just be like, they'll post something, and so I'll be like, great example. I had a crush on this guy once, and he posted that he made the dean's list. And so I messaged him, hey, congratulations. Or like, hey, what did you say you were majoring in again? And strike up conversation like that. And you're gonna message me about biting me? I don't know. I think it's so weird. But I had to tell you guys about that. Now let me tell you about something I did. This is so awful. I guess we can say it, y'all. I don't have a crush anymore. The crush has died. Freedom! Anyway, but I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you how the crush became deceased, okay? How it flatlined. Well, as you guys know, I had a crush on this guy, and as I told you before, we're from like very different worlds. I never had a chance. It's fine. It's whatever. And that's okay, because the crush is dead. Now, when school first released to summer break like a month ago, I messaged him just like asking about like internship stuff, just making conversation, just because, well, I want to talk to him. And so I asked him about internship stuff. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't like play dumb, but like I will ask a question just to be like, hey, how do you go about getting like an internship? Mind you, I know how to get an internship. I know how to do all of these things. Maybe it is playing dumb, but it's just my way of trying to make conversation. Maybe it's not right. Whatever. I asked him about internship stuff, just trying to make conversation, kind of give me a reason to like actually like reach out. I already knew all that stuff. Just wanted a reason anyway. So I kind of messaged him, and he was nice or whatever, talked a little bit. Was he on the same level of enthusiasm as me in comedy? No, he wasn't. That's okay. But not in like any horrible way. It's just, I could tell he wasn't very interested in talking to me. It's fine. Most people aren't. But I was like, dang, that was kind of a flop, wasn't it? So the other day, like 2 weeks ago, I saw he had posted a song, and he usually posts like a certain type of song, and this was very different, very like, just, I don't even know how to explain it, but he posted this song that was just like a very wild for him to post. Maria even agreed, and Maria doesn't know him. But she listened to the song and she's like, no, yeah, that is weird. So I commented, or I didn't comment, I messaged him like in a reply to that. I was like, oh my gosh, are you in your feelings or something? I said his name. Oh my gosh, in your feelings. I had to stop myself right there because it's so embarrassing. What was I thinking? No, in my defense, when I said in your feelings, this was me on my phone typing that up. I was laughing. I was genuinely laughing. I thought it was like, it was supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be funny, okay? It didn't land. In fact, it did crash and burn. Because what he said in reply to that was, something like that. That's what he said. Something like that. What was I thinking? That I was going to send that and he was going to be like, oh my God, Beth, I'm in love with you. I'm so glad you sent that. Am I in your feelings? Because I am in my feelings. I'm in love with you. No, you're not. No, you're not. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. And that's the problem. I don't think. I never think. I just do. I just do and it turns to doo-doo. Okay, poetic. And that's why I'm a published poet. Well, this episode has been full of a lot of things. Pyramid schemes, dreams about Leon Thomas, dying at the fair almost. Just so much love. That has been all of this episode. I think I kind of suck at ending episodes. I don't know, because it's always like, so you're like, yeah, this is like the end. But no, this is the end, because I'm tired. What time is it even? 5:43. Oh, you want to know what happened when I was with Maria? I'll be completely honest, full transparency, I do not remember what I was going to say. Anyway, that's been all of this episode. I love you guys so much. Meow! Meow! I was thinking of a new way I could meow. Oh, you know what I've been doing a lot? The Gary meow. Meow. I love you guys. Bye. Actually, you know what? I remember one thing. But that's from a different thing. My earliest memory is I was in the hospital for Oh, okay. Oh, so this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so the microphone's going to go limp on me. Right. Yeah. I just want to say, I it's not a habit for me to make that happen, but whatever. Anyway, no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Are you serious? Wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind. If you think I'm sexy, Rod Stewart.